What's up, and welcome back to Becoming Untouchable, the Goddess Glow Up Guide with your host, me, Akira. Can I get a woo-hoo? Long time no see. So today we are talking rejection, repetition, and reflection. Amen. We are talking the trifecta because man, oh man, oh man, to keep going on a road like this, a journey like this. For those who do not know, aside from YouTube, I am a singer, and I've been singing since I was like 11, 12. I've been putting myself on the internet, on YouTube, doing covers, making songs. So it's been a journey. I'm still here, and with all of my time on the internet, putting myself out there, teaching myself things, rejection is never going to feel pretty, but it is so necessary. Would I be who I am right now and who I will be later on without rejection? I can't say I would be the same, because rejection, it just gives you that feeling of like, okay, y'all don't see it, I see it, let me show you. Because sometimes we have to show people. Like, not everybody's imagination is as vast as ours or yours. You know what I mean? Like, you can see your potential. But a lot of us, we have to see it first. We have to see it first in front of our faces. Like, rejection allows us to see ourselves from a more humble standpoint, a lower standpoint, to be like, wait a minute, I am just like everybody else. Even though you don't want to feel that way. Rejection is super important because it allows us to see where we can improve, if we actually have to improve. Yeah, some people just want to make jokes and whatever and be funny, but some people reject you because you actually don't have like maybe certain qualifications, but a lot of it is audacity. It doesn't mean that like you're so far away from this opportunity or from this thing. It just means the people that go for that stuff think, feel, believe that they can have that stuff. And just like me, I know, you'll be like, yeah, I believe, I believe. But time will show you how much you believe, because how much you believe is somewhat correlated to your efforts. Not directly just, okay, if you don't do enough, you won't get enough. Like, that's not fully it, but it is somewhat correlated to your efforts. And the more you care about something, the more you'll show up, the more your presence will be there, your scent will linger. Do you feel like you've been rejected enough? And looking at those reasons, if you want to drop that down or share a little story, let me know. I'm ready to read. I'm ready to read. Share stories or share like lessons that you've learned. Please do, from rejection, because rejection teaches us. It's going to put us in our feelings first. And like, that's understandable, because like, why would you not be in your feelings? Like, do you not care about yourself or like, you know, your image of yourself? But just not caring about it so much that comes to the detriment of like literally everything. Because when you care only about yourself, you're too selfish, like too selfish. You just destroy everything. And you think you're doing good when you're actually just destroying everything, because it's not just our physical plan. Whoever you believe in that made you or was a part of making you, it's their plan. And here you go just like, no, my plan is perfect, everything I do is perfect. Like, no, we can't think that way. We have to leave some room, some space for growth, to mature and to come into understanding that like we can make efforts, but like recognizing when we've touched our limits. It also is a reflection of our will, like how much we care about this rejection. We could care about this rejection where we become the ultimate, biggest, best chess player in the world. Or we could be like, it's whatever, I'll just go get another one. Like, it could be that or that. Super simple, right? So when you care more about things, like you care more enough to change, versus if you don't care as much, you might just be living in that same loop. The quote that I had heard was that growth happens in a spiral. It's either like up or like down. That's why you might experience the same pattern, right? Come around again so you could pass it and go up versus go back down. You know, I thought that was so cool. Right. Okay. Rejection can strengthen your will or your desire to improve, and just even if it's just through spite, because I love that quote of Donald Glover saying like, nothing makes me more motivated than spite.
I am naturally like petty. Like extremely petty. Like, Awaken My Love was literally because somebody was like, oh, he can't make a hit. And I was like, oh, not only will I make a hit, I won't make a video.
And like, I understand, as long as you're like not moving with bad intentions, if you want to be like, I could just prove it, do it. Pop your stuff just to pop it. Just allow yourself to be you and fall into you. I feel as though rejection teaches us how to prioritize certain parts of ourselves and like loving that part. So maybe it's like the insecurities, loving who you are when you're naked. You know, maybe it's the mother wounds, like nurturing or fostering community, like stuff like that could really help to give you that assurance that you would have liked instead of rejection, because you will get that assurance. It won't always be rejection after rejection, but it takes certain rejections, and you yourself want to be someone who rejects people and does not feel entirely bad about it, like rejecting people because you're not for everyone. You don't hang around everyone. And that's cool. That gives you taste. That's a part of your flavor. Like, that's a part of who you are. And you like what you like. But allowing ourselves to fail in our eyes allows us to grow, allows us to develop a new self-concept, a new self-image that is stronger, that is rooted in truth and rooted in real. Like, okay, I got rejected from this opportunity because I actually needed to work on my two-step, and then I worked on my two-step, and then I became the champion of the world. It's motivating. It's a driving factor. It's not just saying that you're inadequate or that you can never get there. It's just saying just a little bit, just a little dash of sugar makes the medicine go down, right? Isn't that the Mary Poppins thing? I haven't fully watched the movie, so I don't know.
A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
We have to realize at the end of the day that just like everybody is scared. We all came here not knowing what to do, how to do it. And over time with doing it, or even in the downtime when you feel like you're not doing anything, right? You feel like you're not growing, you're not this. Maybe you've been exercising your mind and doing this, or maybe you've been developing an online presence, or maybe you've been, like giving yourself credit where credit is due. If you've really just been bedriding and literally not doing anything, then I understand. Get on your Zoom just a little bit, just a little bit. I understand. But if you have not been, if you have been doing little things here and there, building relationships, stuff like that, that is a part of growth, babes. That is a part of growth. It is all encompassing a part of growth, because we are multifaceted beings and we have different sides of ourselves and different parts of ourselves that deserve love. You know what I mean? And we deserve to love them in the ways that we know how. As we are advancing, as there's so much knowledge in the world now, it is a shame to not use our resources and learn more. So I feel like rejection really just allows you to learn how to, number one, embrace parts of you that aren't perfect, or, that you have always struggled with. Embrace those parts and give them love. It allows you to self-analyze and self-reflect and grow. It allows you to give yourself compassion and learn how to give compassion, because if you don't give yourself compassion, then every rejection is going to feel like a dagger and you're never ever going to get up. You have to learn how to be like, okay, it's okay. I didn't know then, but I know now. So not beating ourselves up all the time, because there will always be another opportunity. If you want it, there will always be another opportunity, and you just have to believe that, and that will show up in your reality. We see how when we just speak around our phones, how our algorithms start to show us things. Let's be real. There is something there. So you keep doing what you want to do, because that rejection is going to take you far. It's going to trigger. It's going to become a catalyst. When you want it bad enough, or what you want, it's going to become a catalyst. And even if it means you just don't see how great you are, let me show you. That's all you need, is an opportunity to see your greatness. Whatever it is that you care about, when you get rejected from it, that feeling is purposeful, because it's you. It's that checkpoint, that threshold before you get into that next era of glow, the next era of you got this, of who could ever underestimate you. That's how you get into that next era. But it's by getting to that point. And that's where that confidence comes in. You don't need nobody to tell you how and what to do. You got this. You've been taking care of you. So just elevate it a little and watch. Just watch. Another benefit of rejection is that it inspires us. If there was no room for improvement and we were perfect at everything, life would be so boring. But like, we have to be not the greatest at this or not the greatest at that to give us something to fill the space. That's why they always talk about how the journey is so just the most beautiful part when you're working towards things. Like, you have something to do. It gives us direction, and that's why they say rejection is just redirection. It just means, okay, you're going to start putting your efforts more towards this area of your career or of your this, because that's going to get you further, faster. When we get rejected, we're able to reflect. It gives us the time and the space to look, to feel, to really get into what makes us human, which is our heart space. Just being able to allow ourselves to truly let go and surrender to the truth. The fact that we're not always right, the fact that we can't control everything, the fact that sometimes it's just not gonna be perfect. It's gonna be imperfectly perfect. It's gonna be what it needs to be, and it's gonna touch who it needs to, and it's going to bring back such a beautiful, beautiful return on investment, because it's the way you designed it. It's the way you made it. It's your flair. It's in your DNA. It's your essence. That's why I talk about embracing our essence so much, is because it's the only thing that nobody can take from us. Our essence, the way we think, the way we move, the way we see life, that's something that nobody can take away from us, and it makes our lives more enjoyable or it makes it more miserable. And why would you want to spend so many days in misery, already not knowing where we're gonna be at the end of the road? Like, enjoy yourself. At least try to, because there are only so many days and they pass by like nothing. I mean, we're here already in November of 2024. I briefly touched on reflection, but I want to talk about repetition. They talk about it all the time. To get rejected constantly is a beautiful thing. Like, to just do something or ask something where you know the answer is going to be no, and just see if the answer might be yes. When we never get rejected, we don't grow. We literally don't grow. That's literally the definition of being comfortable, I feel. Like, when we don't get rejected, we're just comfortable. And when you're comfortable, you can't grow. And it's very easy to get comfortable. Even if you've grown or knocked down certain walls or certain obstacles, you can be like, level 1. And then be like, oh, level 1. Level 2 is too hard. I'm going to stay at level 1. Like, no. We want you to get to beat the game. We don't want you to be in a level 1 or no level 2 or halfway through or 2 away from beating the game. No, we want you to finish it. We want you to get that sense of completion. We want you to be where you want to be, because what are you here for if not? So because we want all of those things, we have to allow ourselves to hear the no's. I tell my sister this all the time. I tell her, when I tell you no, it does not mean no forever. It means no right now. Like, if it's no forever, I'll let you know. Like, no, we're not going to talk about that. But it's a no right now, because I don't want her to think that rejection is forever. At the end of the day, this is our life, and we only get one time in this soul, in this body, in this flesh. So you're gonna use it or what? The amount of growth I've experienced is why I can speak from this place, and is why I feel so confident about it. And that's why I'm here, to inspire. That's it. That's all I want to do. Everything else is for the birds. I am only here to send a message, share a message, because I know what a good example does. So thank you guys for watching this video. Be bolder, be you, and I will see you in the next video. I love you. Go about your day with grace.